really, and we are on episode 6 of our 50-year resim. Previous episode, I believe we saw quite a few things happen. A few of the key things: Moses Malone won a third ring in the 5 years, I believe. I believe it's been 5 years. Let me double check. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So 3 rings, 5 years for Moses Malone here. He's got one of the best teams made. So, yeah, I've seen y'all's comments, saying the 76ers are too stacked, but I mean, a few years down the line, they should get a little bit worse. I've seen a few comments like, "Oh, Julius Erving just gets better with older age," and personally, in the sim I'm running with the settings, he's not as great. Yeah, he's still decently good, but not too bad. I can definitely see, like, he was dropping off, and then clearly the season we started, he's just better. So maybe that's something to look out for. But either way, 76ers, they're staying pretty undefeated, I will say. After that, we have a few highlights. So we're gonna be going over the top 5 rookie players games, like their first games. We're gonna watch some of them play. Maybe jump in, score their first basket, or at least watch for their first basket. Who knows? Then we're gonna have a few more like little highlights here and there. So mainly 2 new expansion teams, the Heat and Hornets. They will face off, I believe their game is like November 19th. We're going to watch both of those teams since both brand new expansions. With that being said, that's when we're going to watch the number 4 pick, Willie Anderson, and the number 5 pick, Rick Smits. Both the respective franchises' first pick in NBA history. Another few key pieces. Terry Cummings joining the Warriors, Joe Barry Carroll leaving the Warriors to join the Nuggets, Kiki Vandeweghe leaving the Warriors after winning a championship with them to join the Pacers with the newly drafted Mitch Richmond. And then we have a good game against the Blazers and Warriors October 30th, which is actually the first game we're gonna go ahead and get into. So Blazers, who had the 3rd overall pick, they selected Charles Smith to go along in this lineup. Don't know where he really fits, don't know what or why, but he is here. So we will be watching Charles Smith go up against, Sleepy Floyd and Terry Cummings. They still got a decent team, but we did want to showcase the Warriors and Blazers, and this is our best way to showcase for the Trailblazers. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into their first game. So the new look Warriors, led by Sleepy Floyd, followed with Terry Cummings, Mike Woodson, Eddie A. Johnson, and Herb Williams, facing on the young, tough Blazers with Darnell Valentine, Clyde Drexler, Deadlish Schrempf, Oda Thorpe, Manu Ball, and a new key piece coming off the bench. Let's go find out what they're into. Down 10 with 6 minutes 57 seconds left on the clock, Charles Smith, for his first ever NBA points, goes past Herb Williams, receives the pass from Clyde Drexler into the contested layup. Bang. That is Charles Smith's first ever career bucket in the NBA, the third overall pick. 19 minutes of playtime. Currently has, let's see, 2 points, 5 rebounds, an assist, a steal, 2 blocks. And y'all just witnessed his first ever bucket. Let's go ahead and go into this game and watch a bit more, as we do have Terry Cummings, the brand new addition to the Golden State Warriors, who are previous NBA champions, might I add. We got Timo Solari in here shooting a nice little midi, but it is contested, as don't forget Portland is currently down, as Wes Matthews gets a steal there into Detlef over to Clyde Drexler. Drexler is going to go back to West, back to Drexler. I don't know what their game plan is here. Looking for maybe a Detlef screen. Detlef is going to grab the ball right here for the 3 at the wing. It's off. And yeah, we just got a solid play style here. Mike Woodson dribbling it back, shooting a nice mid-range rebound. Timo Solarian, or Sarlian, I guess. I don't really know. My bad if I butchered his name. But we did get to witness the thing we wanted to see most. His first bucket. We will love it, as he does get outboarded by Herb Williams there, as this Warriors team is still no joke. This is the Blazers' first game, and the Blazers are not a great team in reality, but they do have the 3rd overall pick, Charles Smith. They do have a few good players, a few fun ones, and of course Detlef. But the Warriors, maybe we see them back in playoff contention, as clearly that's going to matter most, as we do get to see a little bit more here of Terry Cummings getting double teamed, finding the open man. Mike Woodson out there, doesn't shoot, gets a screen, shoots a midi, it's off. It's going to go ahead and go up to Clyde Drexler. It's like anyone can't shoot, but we're probably going to go ahead and simulate out this game, as Clyde takes a heavily contested layup. And let's go ahead and go to simulation. And yeah, it's going to be the Warriors taking a 11-point lead. Jim Paxson 25, 2-2. Clyde 19, 8-8. Our first game, Charles Smith did score 1 more bucket and got 1 more rebound. As for the debut of Terry Cummings here on the Warriors, 18 points, 14 boards, 3 steals. In this game where Sleepy Floyd didn't even play a lot, he actually found out really early on. So, oh yeah, Terry Cummings. The next team on our list, the Milwaukee Bucks, who signed Mike Mitchell. Not having a lot of power, but Sidney Moncrief, who has fallen off just a tad bit from the 90s he once was, against the Indiana Pacers, a team who no one really saw coming, but they're here. At center, Brad Daughtry. At small forward, Alex English. At point guard, Vern Fleming. And the 2 new additions, Mitch Richmond, the #1 overall pick in the 1988 draft, who, mind you, in college, Richmond was averaging 42 points in this universe a night. And then their second big addition, Kiki Vandeweghe, won a finals MVP and a championship with the Golden State Warriors. After being there for 4 seasons, he has decided to take his talents to the Indiana Pacers in hopes to search for a ring with his new found team. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so getting into the tip-off here, Brad Daughtry and Odin Polynice. Odin Polynice is going to receive the ball here. Key highlights we're looking for here in this game. Kiki Vandeweghe's first bucket as a pacer, Mike Mitchell's first bucket as a buck, and Mitch Richmond's first bucket as Odin Polynice takes a midi contested. Kevin Willis with the offensive board and putback straight over Mitch Richmond as Vern Fleming is going to bring up the ball. And Kiki, he finds himself in good positions as he takes a midi there, does miss. Mitch Richmond almost gets the board. As here comes Mike Mitchell into Sydney, back down into Mike Mitchell, who has Vern Fleming on him. Mike is getting double teamed. He doesn't care. Layup over it. It's off. Vern Fleming with the board into Kiki. Kiki Vandeweghe is going to drive to the left. Layup, no good. Well defended. Odin Polynice. Kevin Willis does indeed pull down the board. And the Bucks are going to slow it down just a tad bit. Back into Sidney Moncrief here, receiving a screen to Kevin Willis. Back to Mike Mitchell. And can we see a bucket here? Mike, heavily contested. It's off. Polynice fighting for the board. He's going to knock it out of bounds. It's going to be Pacers ball. And we still are waiting to see Mitch Richmond's first bucket and Kiki's. Here's Alex English here, who I do forget is on this team. Mitch Richmond layup, floater right-handed, and bam. That is going to be Mitch Richmond's first NBA bucket. Let's rise it up here. Let's zoom it out a bit. And this shot right here has put Mitch Richmond on the boards, his first ever NBA points, at least that we are witnessing. He has scored prior to this game, but his first points that we get to witness, his first real bucket, and he's gonna walk off all smooth and cool. Now we're just waiting for Mike Mitchell and Kiki as they get a steal from Brad Daughtry. Vern Fleming gonna drive, pass it in, gets stolen by Odin Polynice. Mike Mitchell now on the drive, right-handed into Kevin Willis. Layup, no good. Rebound his again, no good again. Kiki does indeed pull in the board. But we definitely just want to see in Brad Daughtry. Oh my god. Brad Daughtry. If I'm not mistaken, didn't like Daughtry get like traded for like another like big or something back then? I want to say it was by the Celtics. My memory is honestly blanking, and I have no idea, and I can't remember, but I want to say it was something like that. But yeah, that was a great bucket by Brad Daughtry there. Can't complain, as we're still trying to see as Kiki and Mike Mitchell still have yet to score, but you know, all good. We are on 5-minute quarters for the sim we're watching. Don't worry about it. When we resim, it's going to be the 12-minute quarters, and we're going to just have all that good. So don't worry about that, as Kevin Willis does get a open bucket there. But yeah, we're going to redo the resim, or at least like of the game. We're going to let them play adjustedly to their 12-minute marker. And if we don't see Kiki or someone score here, or Mike Mitchell, and ooh, Odin Polynice is, oh my, okay, so very, very unfortunate event here. Odin Polynice comes down with the board, I guess lands wrong, drops the ball. Kiki, aware of that, grabs the ball, and his first buckets as a pacer is a posterizing dunk over Johnny Dawkins. Let's fix that rim. Bam. Look, them flashes right there, guys. That is a poster-worthy play by Kiki Vandeweghe. But let's go ahead and just start our simulation and go see what Around the League brings us. Alright, so of course the Nuggets have ball, and we're looking for a Danny Manning possession. He is currently sitting in the corners. Joe Barry Carroll does get a open shot. It's going to be off James Worthy back here. And I do believe James Worthy, yeah, he was on the Lakers, and he kind of like just couldn't re-sign, I guess, and then went straight back to LA for 1 year. So he played 1 year with Kiki, didn't win a ring, so they all dipped. As Kareem still going strong in league 5 seasons later, is Chris Morris with a great rebound, but then he dribbled it into Dennis Johnson, one of the greatest defensive guards of this era. And we're just trying to see a good old Danny Manning bucket. Like, Dennis, just give it down to Danny. Give it to Danny Manning. Paul Pressey's going to take it contested over Cooper, as Magic does get the board. Magic here can dribble down, finds Michael Cooper, bang, wide open midi, and Magic hitting with the flashy behind the back. What a great pickup. Anyways, no main thing was really said about Danny Manning here. He was the 2nd overall pick, so of course, as Kareem gets a great block there. But so of course, still a great player. As dang, what a great layup by James Worthy there. Nice little right-handed floater. But as just as being a 2nd overall pick, that's really all he's got going for him. Joe Barry Carroll does get a nice little post hook onto Kareem there. But as far as college statistics goes, nothing of his college was like actually stated. If y'all want, I could start going over like the colleges like stats, what they averaged before the drafts. That way people can see, or we can highlight what they were good at in college and see if that can translate into the NBA. As Danny Manning here, it looks like he isn't gonna get much of a bucket here, at least that we can see. I can guarantee you he probably already got something, as he did get 2 points already. We're gonna go out see if he's still on the field, and no, he's not. As Joe Barry Carroll was like their main player, as they do still have Rob Williams. What is this? Rod Foster. I'm guessing they do got a Dennis Rodman on still, and Joe Barry Carroll here on James Worthy does get defended very well. But yeah, we're not gonna see Danny Manning yet. So let's go ahead, and I actually just hipped that. Luckily, we're not the greatest Sims, but yeah. So let's see, is Danny Manning on the field right now? Or on the field, yeah. I've been playing a lot of Madden. It's kind of what I do. I mean, Danny Manning's got 12 right now, 5 for 5 from the field. I want to watch that, man. I want to watch the Danny Manning masterclass, and it's not letting me. As James Worthy just absolutely cooked. Who is that? Who is that? Like, I actually can't tell who this guy is. I don't know. But we're just gonna go ahead and get out of here. We're clearly not gonna see Danny Manning's full little highlight there, but at least we get to see a brand new signing in Kiki or Joe Barry Carroll, as well as the Danny Manning draft. Still good nonetheless. Purpose short. Can you end us with a good bucket? And no, he's gonna miss. And we're gonna go ahead and go on to the next one. All right, so next up game after, and yes, I know a few of these past clips, they were done when I was a little bit sick, so my voice is kind of lower. I'm gonna try to fix that, but hopefully the rest of the resim should not be like that. But anyways, we have a very important showcase up next where we are gonna take our stuff off 12 minutes. But we have the two brand new expansion teams into the NBA, the Charlotte Hornets and the Miami Heat. Compared to that, we also have the fourth pick in the NBA draft being off the bench for the Miami Heat. We have Willie Anderson, also the first pick in Miami Heat history. And on the Hornets, also on the bench, we have the fifth pick, Rick Smits, the first pick in Charlotte Hornets history. Um, Really, all we are jumping in here for, we're going to witness, and yes, I know technically these aren't our first buckets, um, but we are going to witness the, you know, we're going to witness the first buckets, quote unquote, of the Charlotte Hornets and the Miami Heat. Since they are brand new to the league, first time looking at them in the eras we are currently in. So yeah, it is pretty interesting as Gus Williams is here. I believe this is Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright, and Bill Cartwright is the first to score on the boards for the Miami Heat here. And then yeah, Miami Heat get a steal or no? Miami Heat playing some great ball. Charlotte Hornets, we are still expecting to see a bucket here. But yeah, Charlotte Hornets, Xavier McDaniel, believe they got Bill Laimbeer, Ennis Watley. Who else is on that court over here? I don't know. Can't fully see. Not gonna lie to y'all. As Gus Williams is gonna hand it off to Horace. Horace goes to Grant Kondrazic, who's an 84 overall in this sim, by the way. It's just cool to see players like that just get to be good because of the random storyline thing is he's got 2 seconds on the clock, hoists it up, misses. Ennis Watley is on this court. We got Bob Thornton on this court as well. Okay. And we're trying to see Charlotte's first bucket as Gerald Wilkins, I believe that is, just had the ball. Ennis Watley getting clamped up by Gus. That's what Gus does. Ennis Watley is going to miss that little right-handed layup. Don't know what he's doing, but we just want to see the first bucket in Hornets/Heat history, at least for the sim-wise for us. But good block by Bob Thornton there. Ennis Watley had 2 cutters and then didn't pass it. As Gerald Wilkins goes to Xavier McDaniel. Xavier McDaniel is going to drive. Can he get the first bucket for our Charlotte Hornets on the sim or no? We got to see the Hornets score, man. And they're getting clamped. Grant Godrizik. Interesting. I would also like to see some gameplay from Rick Smits and Willie Anderson, but it's probably not going to happen. They're probably not going to really put them in. They're rookies. As Hornets, Bill Laimbeer is the first to get a bucket from a steal. And all right, that is going to do it. We're going to go ahead and cut the clip, and I'm going to see y'all in the, well, whatever that screen's called, to be honest. Forgot. All right, so after the Hornets take the dub with 107-102, Bill Laimbeer had 35 in that game. As far as rookie goes, am I just looking past Rick Smits or no? He just did not play that game. Interesting. I don't know why I clicked off. And then as far as Willie Anderson goes, he also didn't play that game. Willie Anderson is actually injured, so that's cool. Is Rick Smith's also injured? I'm gonna assume. No, he just didn't play. Got it. Alright, well, that's cool. So, as continuation, y'all know we do have all the teams at our disposal. Trades can still happen. So, we're going to go right before or probably to the trade deadline. Then do our annual checking of the league. See if any trades happened, any free agent signings, anything that would be a massive deal. And honestly, as far as the other expansion goes, because y'all know we do plan to expand more. As far as they go, I don't know the years fully, but I am going to map out some years to where we do add some extra expansion. So it's not going to be a complete resim, like just to see what happens. There is going to be some things that never happen in real life happen, but of course that's to follow because players don't get injured as much as they would, or retirement. So yeah, so at the trade deadline here, trades, so it looked like these happened way prior, so these don't matter. So the only trade to happen this year was the Heat traded Wayne Cooper for Ramon Rivas. In terms of signing, Kareem re-signed to a one-year deal. Julius Erving, LaSalle Thompson signed a one-year deal. Kevin Duckworth signed with the Hornets for 1 year. Terrence Stansberry, but these were, I guess that wasn't too long ago. Any other major free agents in there? So just got some 78s and stuff. Jerome Kersey, Derek Smith, and yeah, I honestly don't know how to fix. I don't know how to fix this. The reason we mainly took control of each team is for when rookie signings, we're not going to be signing many second round picks and stuff. That way it leaves open roster spots for other people. I just don't think it's kind of fair. We do have a bunch of real players, and most of the time after like 2 years, they're off a team. So I feel like it does kind of suck. But yeah, so no trades happened. Pretty sad. All-Star. Yeah, let's go look at All-Star voting. Yeah, we're gonna look at All-Star voting. So in the West, most votes was Magic Johnson. Len Bias then received the second most, averaging 28, 12, 8, 2, and 2. Oh my god. All right. But Magic Johnson is the leader in the West over here. In the East, Isaiah Thomas is leading in the backcourt, but Larry Bird, 2.6 million, with Hakeem right behind him. He's averaging 28, 9.9, 6.5, 2.1 in a block a game. Shooting pretty poorly, I would say, but I mean, hey man. Hakeem, 31, 14, 2, 2, and 5. Oh my god. Hakeem Olajuwon, 5 blocks a game? Okay. So let's go to the participants. So players that are injured possibly might not be able to play in the All-Star games. So we could look out for a replacement for Jay Humphries and or Kiki Vandeweghe. The game will auto do that. But East All-Stars are locked in and looking like Isaiah Thomas, Fat Lever, Larry Bird, Hakeem, Adrian Dantley, Terry Porter as an All-Star, averaging 24, 9, and 2. Jay Humphries, of course, he's Injured though, Moses Malone, Dominique Wilkins, Kiki Vandeweghe, Julius Erving, Ron Harper. Is this his first time All-Star appearance? Two-time All-Star, one-time rookie, so now second-time All-Star. So I do have a special idea placed it aside. I don't know if y'all would like to see it, but I might do like one graphic at the end just to showcase what I could do. But I was thinking of at player retirements and or Hall of Fame, we can make a graphic of the player in like over the game, and on that graphic I'll showcase the player's accumulated stats throughout 2K. So, if we see a player like Jordan get drafted and retire, we can then go through and we can then add, all of his actual achievements that he won in The Sims. Let's say he was a 6-time MVP, 12-time All-Star. He would have that listed, and I would also list each of the stats. That's what I'm thinking of along the way. Let me know if that sounds like an okay idea or not. And Alex English, 35 years old, makes an All-Star appearance. West All-Stars, we got Magic, Sleepy Floyd, Mark Aguirre, Len Bias, Arvydas Sabonis. Mind y'all, they are champions. Walter Davis, John Stockton, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, Kareem, Larry Nance, Alvin Robertson, David Robinson, no Michael Jordan. Dunk contest, we got Len, Kenny, Scotty, and Reggie Williams. And apparently there's no 3-point contest because it's not letting me view the 3-point contest. Where we're going to go ahead and sim right before All-Star break anyways. And let's see if it's now a thing. Can I now see 3 points? There we go. So 3-point contest will be Larry Bird, Terry Porter, Drazen Petrovic, Kenny Smith, World B. Free, and Ricky Ross. The all-rookie team, or the rookies, will be Rod Strickland, Vernon Maxwell, Danny Manning, Chris Morris, Charles Smith, Kevin Edwards, Rex Chapman, Rick Smits, Ronnie Cycli, James Banks, Grant Long, Brian Shaw, and Voice Winters. All should be rookies, but just to let y'all know, we will be changing this up in the all-season where we will be going over that. Sophomores will be Reggie Miller, Mark Jackson, David Robinson, Scottie Pippen, Greg Anderson, Kenny Smith, Dennis Thompson, Horace Grant, Armin Gilliam, Reggie Williams, Ken Norman, Winston Garland. We got Russell Cross. And so Fat Lieber's injured, Jay Humphries is injured, Kiki's good now, and that's so. Jay Humphries more than likely is going to miss the All-Star, so we're going to have a replacement for him, and we're going to have a replacement for Fat Lieber. I do real quick. What is Jordan doing? So Jordan is currently with a ruptured right Achilles. He actually has not got to play this season at all because we're in the 88 to 89 going into the 89 draft. Jordan has not got to play a single game this season. That is very unlucky, especially for the Clippers, who have an older team and are in a win-now situation. Oh, they picked up Andrew Tooney. See, this team would be perfect. You could slide Jordan to the 3, Tooney at the 2, and that team's great. But Jordan is sadly injured. We are going to go ahead simulate some of the rising stars. Y'all know how we go. If the game is a little bit close, we will jump in, see who can take the win. But it looks like it's going to be a blowout victory for the, I believe, rookies are over there. No, sophomores. So sophomores were on the left. So rookies, we had 24-6 from Ron, 16-9 from Danny Manning, Reggie Miller 25-7, D-Rob 16-9. So yeah, they completely got dominated over there. And things we like to do is watch the 3-point contest. So we got some shooters here, some very fun shooters. First up is going to be Larry Bird, Larry Legend, averaging 28, 10, and 6 a game. He's going to start with his money ball rack. Larry Bird starting off very hot, 4 for 4, make that 5 for 5. Larry Bird is coming for the crown. Wow. And let me know, should we keep track or try to keep track of like 3-point contest champions as well, or dunk contest champions? As Larry Bird is, wow. And he's realistically not even the best 3-point shooter in the league. And he's doing this. And that just goes to show you. But the Celtics never get any good luck after that. It's always just Larry Bird in the 3-point contest and All-Star games. And sometimes in MVP conversations. But that's it. Yeah, Larry Bird's already got 32. Make that 33. And make that 35. He missed a total of 4 shots. Larry Bird. Wow. Insane. So next shooter up is going to be Terry Porter. Is a one-time All-Star, I do believe. His money rack is the right wing. As Terry Porter starts off 3 for 5. Not bad at all. This is his money ball rack. Counts some of the best. And he's shooting so far 3 for 5. Got it. 3 for 5. Next, money super ball. Nope. No deep zone. Now he's at the top of the key. Hit the first 2. Hit the first 3, 4. And rack incomplete. But nonetheless, what do y'all think? Should I turn off shot timing in green Q for like when we do these videos? That way we don't know if they green it or not. That way the expense is and I think I'm gonna do that actually. So maybe right before the All-Star game, as Terry Porter does end with 23 with 11 seconds left. Damn, he got them pretty off quick. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do something similar where I turn off the green effect slash showing me the release timings, because clearly we can see if they're going to make them or not, and I guess that does kind of defeat the purpose. So we will be changing that up for next video, as Drazen Petrovic, 10 for 10 so far. Missed the first deep zone ball, but my goodness, he's a shooter. Larry Bird, I'm glad you started off hot, because Drazen is coming for the 3-point title. This is his money ball rack on the left wing. First ball up and good. Second off. Third on. Fourth off. Fifth off. And wow, as he started off really hot and he just started choking. He is going to tie Terry Porter, and he is going to pass Terry Porter with 25. But Drazen started off 10 for 10 and then proceeded to start choking from there. We do got Kenny Smith here up next, wearing Del Curry's 30. I guess in this universe it's not Del Curry's 30 anymore, but that is still a weird number to see. But yeah. So far 10 points. He already had his money ball rack. Deep zone ball first, gone. Didn't hit it. And I mean, he looks like he's a streaky shooter. Not really sure why he's in here. But maybe he proves me wrong, as he does hit a deep ball there. Kenny Smith currently 18 points, making 19. 20 is off, but he's going to get for 21. 23 to tie with Terry Porter, 25 to tie with Drazen, and he's going to tie with Terry, and he's going to tie with Drazen. So Terry Porter is officially eliminated from the 3-point contest. Next up is World Be Free. Don't really remember World Be Free shooting, but maybe I'm wrong, as he is going to start off here. So far 2 for 4, make that 3 for 5. Solid rack nonetheless. To get in, he would have to beat out Drazen's 25. Um, so he has to have 26 in order for it to be Bird, him, and then Drazen. But we'll see. He only has 9 right now going into his Moneyball rack at the top of the key. 0 for 3, hits 1, and bank. I mean, the bank is closed. He's not cashing in today. Let's just say that. He needs to retire. Yeah, he needs to retire. I don't know why he came out into All-Star Weekend shooting these threes like he was going to compete. This is a sad showing. Rough shooting performance for World Be Free. I wish I was free of that performance. And then Ricky Ross here. 14, 4, and 2. Random 70 overall player. Can he shock the world and show that he is an elite level shooter among the best of them? And let me just tell you, I'm already going to assume it's going to be a no. I mean, this guy can't even hit the rim if he wanted to. I guess he is, but still. My goodness, can he even pass 5? There's 4. We're rooting for him to at least get 5. Deep zone ball, number 2, it's off. Please, Ricky Ross, get 5 points at minimum. He might have the worst showing in our 3-point contest history. Everyone. He generally might. I mean, I could do better than this. Like, oh my god, he couldn't even pass 5. If I just bet my whole house on him to go 5+, I would have just I would have just lost it. I would have just lost it. It would have been gone. It would have been actually gone. I can't believe this. Wow, Drazen Petrovic back. We're in round 2, as he's gonna start off 5 for 5 yet again. Moneyball rack. Probably smarter for him this time, since he hits the most shots right here. 3 for 4 so far, and 4 for 5. Does miss 1. First deep ball for Drazen. It's good on the Sonics for Drazen Petrovic, having a phenomenal career so far, as he does miss 1, 2 in a row. Not very often you see that. Another deep ball out. It's good. Drazen Petrovic, great. I really wish we could make these contests like how they used to be, but we can't. As 4 for 4, as another 5 for 5, as he has 30 with a potential 35 available, as he does miss 2 in a row. Hits the 31s, misses 32nd, and for 33 he does miss, but ending with 31. Drazen Petrovic is currently leading, which means Larry Bird and or Kenny Smith have to do some unheard of shooting in order to advance and win the 3-point contest. Wow, I'm a terrible commentator. Yeah, I'm glad I don't get paid to do this, as he also chooses his Moneyball rack on the right wing, and that was not the right choice for him. My goodness, he's 1 for 5 on that Moneyball rack. Here's first deep zone ball, and my gosh, Kenny Smith, we're gonna have to change 30 to like 0. I don't know. Guys, let me tell you something. Grape soda. Great. Alright. And grape soda is a phenomenal taste. I wouldn't say it's weird. I like grape soda, but not the grape juice, if that makes sense. Grape juice always seems bland. As Kenny Smith only gets 16 points. We're not here for Kenny Smith. We're here for Larry Bird. Larry Bird. All right, Larry. We need 31. Starting off with his Moneyball rack. 1 for 2. 2 for 3. 3 for 4. Ooh, 4 for 5. Moneyball rack, good and gone. Come on, Larry Bird. You need 32 to win. Are you going to go home a 3-point champion? Or are you going to let Drazen defeat you? Bang. Ooh. Alright, that's off. Yeah, we definitely need to turn off shot meter and feedback. Or shot feedback and visual, because seeing it low-key is kind of sad. As he does miss that deep zone ball. Come on, Larry. And strong, Larry. 25. 27, Larry Bird. Come on. 28. 29. 30. 31. 33. Larry Bird. Larry Bird. Larry Bird is going to be your 19. What would it be? 89. Technically a 3-point contest winner. I believe this is his second time winning. I think. But let's go ahead and jump into the dunk contest. Led by Kenny Walker, Scottie Pippen, and Reggie Williams next. Let's go see. Can we see some phenomenal dunks? We know 2K don't be letting players do crazy dunks, so it's going to be interesting to see. Last time, I think most memorable dunks I think we've seen so far has been Jordan. I think he's gotten a 50, and I think one other person has gotten a 50. I can't remember, but can we see a 50 today? Len Bias to the right wing, up, nice little 360. Definitely got some air on that, but I'd give it about a 42. 43. 43 will be nice. 43, although I can see like a 38. Not gonna lie, I can see like a 38 to 43, anywhere in between. As a 43, oh yeah. Look, 2K might as well pay me to judge their dunk contest, you know what I'm saying? I like that. As Kenny Walker, 14, 12, and 3. What a stat line. Wearing the Nike Dunks. As each of y'all know, everyone has custom shoes. And, oh yeah, that was pretty smooth. Kenny Walker. That was a pretty good dunk. Bounced it off the ground. I mean, it looked like it kind of teleported multiple times, but hey, great dunk nonetheless. I'd give that about a 46, but I could also see like a 41. All right, so let me. Can I have a word with these judges? I need to have a word with these judges. These judges don't know ball. They absolutely don't know ball. Scottie Pippen is up next. Basically the same thing, just without the full 360, or that was like the same thing. They're gonna give Scottie like a 37. It looks like they're gonna be glazing Len Bias. He gets a 32. That was 1 point better than Kenny Walker. Got it. Reggie Williams is up next, and let's go see what he's doing. So, bang! Oh, he missed the first one. That one would have got him some crazy points. Reggie Williams, and then he just chooses a really basic left-handed dunk because he missed the first one. So, I'm not gonna lie, that's like a 25. I don't even know the lowest we can go, but 25. Give him a 30 or 29. Yeah, 26. 25 is the lowest. Yeah, you know what? That's give him a point for sadness. But Reggie Williams, that was weak. So Scottie Pippen, Kenny Walker, they had some great dunks, and they just weren't worth anything. Len Bias's second dunk of the roundo. Let's see, just a 360. I mean, that's it. I mean, is that generally it? Like, I mean, I don't. Like, I'm confused. They got a 20. What are these dunk contests, dude? What? I don't understand. All right, Kenny Walker, you have a chance because Len Bynes just got a 26. Do something phenomenal, Kenny. The Skywalker. Nice little bounce pass off the ground, grabbed it, 360, I think, clutch, or let's go look at it again. Nice little 360, kind of behind the back. Okay, okay. I get that about a 38. So I don't know shit. Got it. Um, yeah. I just don't know shit. Wow. Scotty, prove me wrong. You get a high score, you can. Okay, yeah, that was just lame. Yo, how can we fix dunk contests? Should we, like. Because you can't override who goes into dunk contests or 3-point contests. Because I was going to say, should I put, like. Just the best dunkers that, like, to my knowledge in the league, and that got a 26. So Len Bias is probably gonna win, unless Reggie Williams pulls off a 50 right here. I think Len Bias wins, anyways. So, and I didn't even get to see what he did, and then what is okay. So let's go see what he did. Nice little switch to the left for the finish. Has some great hang time. Don't know if the judges are going to like that or not because I'm not the one giving points out. And yeah, he got 29. So I think that does mean Len Bias wins, right? Or yeah, he just barely beats out Kenny Walker. A really low scoring contest, I will say. But nonetheless, it was a contest, I guess. Cool. Now that I'm here, I want to shot meter input, not because can I not change that for, because I think this would only change for me. Yeah, this would only change for me. So how would I change? I'm like not accustomed to changing that, to be honest with y'all. I don't know how I would change that. I'm gonna have to figure that out later, but we're just gonna go ahead and yeah, all-star game, you know. Terry Porter is a starter, an 85 overall starter. It's pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and see if game will be close enough for us to jump in. And I mean, what do y'all say about watching some hoops? Let's go ahead and jump in real quick and just watch some all-star hoops. Alright, we're just gonna watch some all-star hoops. That's it. Let's watch some all-stars. So we got Hakeem, Bird, we got Sabonis on the court. We got Magic Johnson on the court, Mark Aguirre. I believe that's Walter Davis right there, number 8. We got Terry Porter. Mark Aguirre's got the ball, driving in on Terry Porter. Right hand out to Len Bias. Len Bias, 3 seconds, 2-1, shoots it. It's off, but Larry Bird pulls the board. And we're going to be changing up the all-star format as well when we get to changes, as Larry Bird is open, doesn't shoot, drives in, still trying to drive in on Mark, almost turns the ball over. Dantley gets the ball by a tip pass, scores it. West up 130 to 115. It's Mark Aguirre down low. Nice little spin post, little left hook. West scores yet again. And yeah, the West just looks like they were a better team. Ron Harper going to go ahead and try to back down Walter Davis, lay up over two other people with a third coming, and Len Bias does get the board. Magic with the ball. Come on, let's see something. And the Mark Aguirre, they're just going to let him go to work. Gets a wide open layup yet again. Who is that on? Is that on Terry Porter each time? It is. Or no, it's not on Terry Porter. That's old man Julius Erving, ain't it? Is that old man Julius Erving? No, it's Dantley. It's old man Dantley. It's even worse. All right, Ron to Terry Porter. Back to Dantley. Back to Harper. I don't know what they're doing. Harper has to take a contested shot. Hakeem with the board to Terry Porter. He's going to miss the three. And yeah, looks like the East just never had a chance. With the West being as stacked as it is, the East doesn't have a chance. Larry Bird, good steal. I wonder who's going to win the quote All-Star MVP as Terry Porter throws the ball away instantly. But yeah, not much else to see here. It's just the West getting their get back, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, player of the game, it's probably going to be Len Bias. 25, 4 and 5 with 3 blocks. Or you could say it's Mark Aguirre. Either way, that is the All-Star MVP. I'm going to say Len Bias, but yeah. So let's go real quick around the league. Actually, let's go see who replaced Fat Lever and whatever. So Sidney Moncrief and Reggie Miller are the ones who replaced them. Sidney Moncrief is a 31-year-old man, bro. All right, let's go look at around the league. Let's go look at actually, guys, let's go see injuries. Let's go. Is there any? So Willie Anderson is still out for 8 to 10 weeks for the Heat. As far as Detlef Schrempf goes, he's day to day. The Spurs had some injuries, but they're about to come back. So Derek McKee is currently out for the rest of this season with a dislocated right patella. How many games did he get to play this season before suffering that? 21 games. Unlucky. Buck Williams is out for another 8 to 10 weeks. Let's see, Quentin Daly, 1 to 2 months. James Worthy coming back soon. Atlanta Hawks, we got Terrence Stansberry with a broken kneecap. Jordan does have 1 to 2 weeks left to return, so maybe he comes back. And Artis Gilmore, torn left meniscus. How many games did you get to play so far? He got to play 28 so far before getting injured, as we are roughly 40-something games in. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and simulate a day before just so we can see who the clutch player of the year is going to go to and its runner-ups. And then we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the playoffs. Y'all know, per usual, and y'all know each of these videos are usually an hour plus long. It does take a long time to sit here and record, but nonetheless, it stays pretty fun. So, yeah, I mean, I like the fun. It gives me something to do as we do make it to the end. And let's go ahead. Award races. So, that's most improved. So, clutch player is going to go to Magic. Kareem, Dominique, Isaiah, and Eddie Johnson are in the runner-up spots. So, let's go ahead and simulate regular season. So, your 1989 MVP is Hakeem Olajuwon, averaging 31.1, 13.7, 2.5 assists, 1.6 steals, 4 blocks, shooting 54% from the field as a big, kind of bad, and 63 from the free throw. Danny Manning is your rookie of the year, averaging 24, 10, 1, 1, and 2. Dennis Rodman, sixth man of the year, with 9, 13, 1, 1, and 1. Hakeem, also defensive player of the year. Horace Grant, most improved, went from 2 points, 1 rebound, to 17 points, 10 rebounds. Yeah, I would say that is most improved. Sean Moore for the Bullets are they're 67 and 15. Hakeem is doing wonders over there, if you were wondering. And then the executive of the year is Lowell Knox. All NBA first team is Hakeem Olajuwon, Len Bias, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Arvydas Sabonis. That's a crazy team. All NBA second team is Sleepy Floyd, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, Larry Nance, and David Robinson. All NBA third team, we got Isaiah Thomas, Alvin Robertson, Mark Aguirre, Dominique Wilkins, and Moses Malone. All defensive first team, we got Hakeem, Sabonis, D-Rob, Larry Nance, and Manute Ball. We're probably going to change these defensive teams to feature guards and centers more, or guards more. But Manute Ball, 3.4 blocks. Whew. And all defensive second team, we got Bias, Barkley, Bird, Greg Anderson, and Alvin Robertson. All rookie first team, we have Danny Manning, Chris Morris, Mitch Richmond, Rod Strickland, and Ronnie Cycli. Speaking of Mitch Richmond, 18, 3, and 3. I guess didn't get to give the ball a lot, I'm guessing, or was he injured a lot more? He played 75 games. I can only assume Danny Manning was just given. Danny Manning played all 82, but I'm assuming he was just given the chance more. And all rookie second team, we got Rick Smits, Charles Smith, Vernon Maxwell, Rick Barry, and Kevin Edwards. So that wraps that up. Seeds following, we got Houston and Phoenix facing off in the first round, Dallas and Golden State, Utah versus the Lakers, and the Sonics versus the Kings. Out in the East, we got the Bullets and the Cavs, the Hornets and the Bulls. The Hornets is a first-time team in the NBA, and they currently are the 4th seed. We got the 76ers and Knicks, and then we got the Pacers and Bucks. So what that leaves here is, well, a few things. So we go over to Western. That leaves Denver as the worst team in the West, behind apparently the Miami Heat. But people that didn't make the playoffs, just barely. The Clippers didn't really have Jordan, so not their fault. The Blazers, the Heat, the Spurs, and the Nuggets. In the East, the Hawks, the Pistons, the Celtics, and the Nets are the ones out. The Nets actually being the worst team in the league, and yeah, I can see why. I can see why. Wow, that is a shocker. Mind you, they're all going for the Tim Hardaway, Glenn Rice, Vlade Divac sweepstakes, the Sean Kemp. So the next draft is 89. It's not bad whatsoever. Let's go ahead and look at. Why did I go there? Why am I low-key slow sometimes? So, let's look at the player with the best plus-minus rating in the league. And... okay. I went way too far. Sorry. Most usage in the league was 38.1. And then... let's go to absolute. Oh, sheesh. Per game. The best plus minus was Len Bias with 13.8. David Robinson was 13.6. And then we can check double doubles. Double double leader is Charles Barkley with 72. Triple double leader is Len Bias with 16. Magic with 14. So now we can go to per game real quick. The scoring leader for... Wow, Hakeem was the scoring leader. That's insane. So 31.1 is the scoring leader for Hakeem Olajuwon. Rebound leader is Charles Oakley with 16.1. Assist leader, and it's Watley on the Hornets with 11. Sleepy Floyd behind him with 10.7. A lot of 10 assist guys per game, even some 9.8s, 9.9s. A lot of passing going on. Steal leader is Fat Lever with 2.5 a game. Block leader is also Hakeem. He was the block leader and point leader. He was the scoring leader. That's just insane. Turnover leader is Fat Lever as well with 3.8. Foul leader, Doc Rivers with 4.7. Best field goal is Tyrone Corbin, shooting 62%. Most field goals attempted a game was 24 with Hakeem. Most field goals made per game is 12.8 as well, Hakeem. 3-point percentage is Scott Skiles. 3-point made, 0.7 was Sleepy Floyd, and 1.7 is attempted, also Sleepy Floyd. Free throw, Larry Bird shooting 98%, taking or making 8.6 per game, taking roughly 8.8 per game. So yeah, either way, some pretty good names up there leading the way here. As far as that goes, rookie reports, we're not going to worry about metric in that case for the usage. Best rookie with a plus minus was Chris Morris with 268. Interesting. Or I just realized I was looking at that wrong. My bad. We're not supposed to check plus minus there. Ignore it. Danny Manning, double leader, 38. Triple doubles, nobody. Per game, it is Liddell Eckles with 3.9. Chris Morris with 3.3. The rookie scoring leader by far was Danny Manning with 23.7. The rebounding leader was also Danny Manning. The assist leader was Rod Strickland with 6.6. The steal leader was Mitch Richmond with 1.4. Block leader, Danny Manning with 2.1. Turnover leader, Mitch Richmond with 2.7. Foul leader was Danny Manning with 4.1. Best field goal percentage, we'll count guys who actually have taken shots. So next best one will be Chris Long, or Grant Long, 61% from the field. He took 1.8 field goals and he took 3, made about 1.8. Most field goals made was 9.6 with Danny Manning. Most attempted was 17.9. 3-point percentage was Voice Winters. Actually, no, we're going to do the same thing. Who has the most and makes? So Mitch Richmond, and 3 points attempted. So really, it actually could be anyone. Free throw percentage, we're going to go with the most. So 89% for making about 4.5 a game and attempting 5. So yeah, we're going to speed round one and then look at each game, see if anyone dropped a crazy number, did anything crazy. Y'all know how it goes. So simulate round. Any upsets, the Utah Jazz are first out, Cavs are out, Suns are out, Hornets are out, Warriors out, Kings out, Knicks out, and the Bucks are out. So let's go ahead and check over here for these games. Game 1, Len Bias had 45, 18, and 5. The next best one on the Suns was 22 and 5. Yeah. Game 2, D-Rob 29, 14, 7, 4, and 4. Len Bias 22, 15, and 8. Michael Adams 22 and 11. Kenny Walker 20-8, but oh my god, it's a slaughter. Suns this time, Walter Davis 34-7 at the age of 34. He was trying. Tony Campbell 18-5, Michael Adams 15-9, Roy Tarpley, just a random player on their bench, 30-11, D-Rob 25-7, Len Bias 23-9-7, Alex Levelle had 19 assists. This team is crazy. Benji Wilson, shout out you. Goats getting the hoop with the Rockets right now. Yeah, wow. So next up we have the Mark Aguirre and Sabonis-led Mavericks, already a one-time champion. They are against Sleepy Floyd, Herb Williams. Sleepy's got a decent team around him. Sleepy Floyd also, I'm pretty sure, a one-time champion, if I can remember correctly. That is correct. He is a one-time champion. He has legend bailout. But yeah, so Sleepy Floyd is there. So he is a champ. So we had the battle of the champs going on over here. Game 1 was a Mavericks victory. Mark Aguirre led that 33-14-5. Sabonis 18-17-8, 5-3. Sleepy 29-11. Eddie Johnson 26. Game 2, Mark Aguirre 36-10. Sabonis 19-10-5. Then we got Sleepy Floyd 24, 5-12. Herb Williams 24-9. Game 3, Sleepy lost this one 38-6-11. Had 2 threes. Eddie Johnson 24. And then the Mavericks, Mark Aguirre 48 points. Orlando Blackman 22-4. Sabonis 16-6-9. Benoit Benjamin 12-10. Yeah, the Mavericks are crazy. Game 4, Mavericks take, and Warriors had 32-5 with Sleepy Floyd, and he actually fouled out really early. He had 32 in 19 minutes and then proceeded to foul out. That's crazy. Eddie Johnson 28-5, Herb 10-10-5. Benoit Benjamin leading scorer 25-10. Mark Aguirre fouled out after 27. Sabonis fouled out. Quentin Daly fouled out. I mean, wow. So the one game Sleepy Floyd took was the game that he dropped 24-5 in. Next up is the Jazz, led by, I would probably say, Alvin Robertson, guaranteed, against the Lakers, led by Magic Johnson. Still have Michael Cooper with Chris Morris now. Still have James Worthy, Kareem, AC Green's on the bench. I mean, this team is still pretty good. Lakers did go on to win Game 1. John Drew 27, Magic 28, 10-10. That's all we got to see. Next game, 25, 4-5. Kareem 43-7 at the age of 42. My goodness. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, man. Wow. That is crazy. Magic, another triple-double, 17, 13, and 14. And then Magic, 34, 12, and 5. Kareem, 28 and 11. Marquise Johnson, 19 and 2, just not enough. We're going to go start speeding this up a little bit. So we have Drazen Petrograd. Actually, no, this is technically Karl Malone's Sonics against who's Kings, Charles Barkley's Kings. And Barkley is out. Any big games? Not game 1. I mean, these are some big games, but I just mean in terms of 39-6. A lot of scoring from the Kings, but Pippen 33, pretty good. Karl Malone 31, 9 and 6. Yeah, that's basically it. Over here we have the Hakeem led Bullets against the Cavs led by World Be Free. They got swept. The Hornets, who are somehow even in here, they lost to the Adrian Dantley, Reggie Miller Bulls, who I'm assuming are gonna fail there. The still Moses Malone led 76ers defeat the Ron Harper led Knicks, because Patrick Ewing in this universe isn't Patrick Ewing. But yeah, put it that simple. And then the Pacers beat the Bucks in 5. This is the Pacers led by Kiki. They got Alex English, Mitch Richmond. I'm assuming their point guard is injured. Brad Daughtry's injured. Craig Vern Fleming's, I'm assuming, injured. Craig Elo's injured. But yeah, and they were facing the Bucks, still technically, I mean, I guess led by Mike Mitchell. He's technically their best player, unless their best. Oh no, Sidney Moncrief is injured, so Sidney Moncrief is still there, but he's injured because yeah, he has no playoffs, so he didn't even get to play in the playoffs. So that's tough. Round 2, though, if I'm going to assume what happens, and this is going to be a way longer video, I'm assuming it's going to be. Actually, this is going to be a very good series up here, but we're not going to be able to really watch that. So the Mavericks get swept, Pacers losing 6, Lakers losing 7, and the Bullets, the Bulls, have taken out MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Hakeem Olajuwon. The Bulls did. Adrian Dantley. My God, that boy's still a bucket at the age of 34. Adrian Dantley. So we might be having a 76ers in the finals again, or we might not. Over in the West, honestly shocked the champion expiring Mavericks can't hold on, but it makes sense when you have John Stockton, David Robinson, Len Bias, and so much more. And then the Lakers in 7 games, 30-point loss, Magic 12-5-12, Worthy 14-8-4. They just didn't have enough scoring power. That's crazy. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to go round by round, I think, or game by game. So 76ers take game 1, Rockets take game 1. Game 2 is 76ers in the East and Sonics in the West. 3 is the Bulls in the East and the Rockets in the West. 4 is the Bulls in the East and the Rockets in the West. A pivotal game 5, home game for 76ers, away for the Bulls. The Bulls could have their first chance at a finals run. We got a minute 16. We're going to slow it down. The Bulls are going to hold on behind the backs of Adrian Dantley and Reggie Miller, and a potential elimination game for the Sonics at Houston. Can the Sonics hold on just a little bit longer? Houston up 3-1. It's gonna look like the Sonics hold on, but we'll get in a little bit. I mean, up by 12, 4 minutes remain. Let's go ahead and jump in here. Let's go ahead and watch some hoops. That's what we're all here for anyways. So let's go ahead and watch it. It is Rockets ball. So we do have John Stockton here. We got Robert Reed, who's driving, throwing a layup, and it's good. Robert Reed makes the lead by 10. Roosevelt Chapman bringing the ball up here for the Thunder, or Sonics, I guess soon to be Thunder. As we got Karl Malone in the corner, giving it out to Drazen now. That could arrive. Roosevelt Chapman, he shoots the three, and he's going to hit it. Roosevelt Chapman gets open, shoots the three, and that's a bucket. Len Bias is going to go ahead and take the ball up the court now. Give it to the Robert Reed. Robert Reed, midi off. Rebound to Malone. Back up to Drazen. Drazen here is going to dribble around John Stockton. Layup gets blocked by Len Bias out of nowhere. John Stockton pushing the pace up to Len Bias. Len Bias to Robert Reed. Back to John Stockton. Back to Leavelle for an open midi. Bang! Still down by 11, though. Can they hold on and get the dub for the Sonics, or can the Rockets come back? 2 minutes, 37 remain. Karl Malone to Roosevelt Chapman. Roosevelt Chapman is going to have it on the right corner. He's going to dribble on Stockton. Stockton, an elite defender. Robert Reed comes to double. Ball goes back to Cliff Livingston, I believe this is. He has to take a contested shot over. Len Bias fights Malone for the board. Stockton running up the court. Midi off. Rebound tapped. Robert Reed back out to then Leavelle to Stockton. Stockton's going to drive yet again. Behind the back pass. Barely gets intercepted. But Ronnie Cycli does defend Bias, getting the bucket. Karl Malone is going to get a bucket straight over. I believe that was also Len Bias there. I did mean rebound earlier, as Stockton's going to be holding the ball. 14 on the clock, 1:38 remains. He's going to give it out to Leavelle. Leavelle receives a screen, wide open midi. It's off. And we got, this ain't even Cycli. I've been calling him Cycli. My bad. We got Romay here. Romay is the starting center for the Sonics, as they're going to give it to Cliff Livingston. The Sonics are trying their best to hold on. Roosevelt Chapman, midi, bang. That's going to get them up by 15. I believe a minute 12 remain. Rockets either need some threes going right now or some defense as they throw a lob. Bias does get to catch it after a terrible pass, putting the lead up by 13. But I don't think Bias is going to be able to get it done. I just do not believe he's going to get it done. They're down by 13. They're going to have to wait one more game. If not, they're going to be going to a game 7. The Sonics holding on. Drazen, wide open three. No, got contested heavily. Bias, another board. Dribbling down the court, throws it away to Malone. Malone with a great steal to Roosevelt Chapman. Roosevelt Chapman is going to throw it up to Malone. Malone over Stockton, gets fouled and one. And that's going to go ahead and seal the deal for game 5, 120 to 109. I'm assuming David Robinson fouled out. He did. What a phenomenal game. We see the best games when we go into the playoffs. Let me go ahead real quick, turn off shot feedback and stuff, and I'm going to get back to y'all as soon as I do that. All right, so I should have fixed them now, I think, unless you can't turn off like the green animation below CPU, but I think I did. So game 6, an important game for Philly and or the Chicago Bulls. They are down by 10-9. So Philly is going to fight to a game 7. So we in the West, game 6 over here, Sonics at home could force a game 7, or Rockets could win and go on to the NBA Finals. We're going to go ahead. It's a 6-point game, 4 minutes remain. We're going to go ahead and jump in because the Rockets and Thunder or Sonic series has been a little bit more fun, at least. So down by 6, the Rockets are points they need to score. Sonics up 6 in a comfortable position. Len Bias is going to go ahead and give it up to Leavelle. Leavelle here. We got John Stockton. I believe Roy Tarpley's on the field or court. Len Bias and D-Rob. As Stockton gets a open midi, he's going to go ahead and miss. And so far, we don't know if, unless they green a shot, if they're going to be able to show the green. As Romay here gives it to Karl Malone. Malone takes a little two-handed shot. It gets blocked by D-Rob. Len Bias up to Leavelle. Leavelle to D-Rob. Layup over him. No good. Bias rebound. Layup. Good. Way to stick with the ball. D-Rob and Len Bias. What a formidable duo, as Cliff Livingston is currently dribbling the ball up. Finds Aubrey Sherrod there. See Michael Cage on the court. Aubrey Sherrod here going to drive. Gets fouled by Roy Tarpley, I do believe that is. As Len Bias just looks really tall and lanky. It is a 4-point game, so it's still possible Len Bias here can end it, or we might have double game 7s in the conference finals, as Michael Cage here is going to go throw it into Roosevelt Chapman, to Karl Malone, back to Scottie Pippen, receives a screen from Karl, drives, had a wide open lane, didn't take it. Malone left or right-handed little layup over, can't tell who number 8 is, but Len Bias does pull that board down. Oh, it was Wayman Tisdale, that is right. Len Bias back to D-Rob. D-Rob layup over Michael Cage and Scottie. Scottie with great defense on D-Rob. Stops that. Drazen Petrovic now at the 3 line. He's going to go ahead and take a midi over Alan Leavelle. He misses, and Len Bias just scoops up every rebound. Leavelle dribbles, loses the ball. Petrovic pitches it up, or picks it up. Midi over Len Bias. Bias jumps, might have fouled him, gets the contest, misses the shot. And it's a Rockets fast break, slows it down one more time. Into D-Rob, who's backing down Michael Cage. A little left-handed fader, of course, and it's off. Michael Cage pulls the board down. Pippen driving in the cage. Layup gets swatted out of here. He does recover the ball. Len Bias back on him. Roosevelt Chapman back to Pippen. Back to Petrovic. Petrovic has 5 seconds on the clock to Pippen. Contest, nope. Petrovic contested 3, shoots it off. Bias again, another board. John Stockton on the run now. And let's see, they throw a lob. Michael Cage with a phenomenal steal, showing off his athleticism. Back to Roosevelt Chapman, and they're going to slow it down here. Screen received. Karl Malone, open midi, bang, bucket in. And that is going to be, that was a minute plus worth of just not scoring, as the Rockets are still down by 6. D-Rob backing out Michael Cage. He's going to take a right-handed little hook shot. It's going to go good. Down by 4 now. The Rockets still remain. Can they come back? 50 seconds remain. Malone, nice little right hook over D-Rob, and it's good. Moses Malone hits the shot, getting them back up by 6 points. Trying to force a game 7, taking it back to Houston. We could potentially have 2 game 7s on our hand already before even entering the rule changes, the draft, or anything, as David Robinson gets the ball. Stockton, mid-range, gets contested. He's going to miss. And what was that foul? Okay. Interesting. I don't know what the foul call was, but whatever it was, it did that, and they're probably going to play by foul game now, meaning the Rockets do lose this game, but it was a game nonetheless. Len Bias, 28-16, 8-3, and 4. Phenomenal skills by each player. Stockton, 2 for 10. Rough shooting night, but the Sonics hold on for the fight. We have 2 game 7s. Potentially the first time we get to see the Bulls in the playoffs or in the finals, or the 76ers could be winning. What is it now? I just realized they had Albert King, but they're on 4 championships right now. 4 championships. Yeah. They got Albert King. Don't know where he came from, but Game 7 in Philly. Chicago has pushed them to the absolute limit. Possibly one of the best teams they've faced, apparently. in terms of what they're doing, and it looks like the 76ers have showed they got more determination, more grit, more grind, more need to return to a championship, as Chicago is trying to fight back, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And it was enough, but it was too soon. The Chicago Bulls lose by 10. Moses 37-12. Julius Erving 23, 8 and 8. Reggie Miller, Adrian Dantley. Dantley 47 wasn't enough. Miller 24, 3 and 3. They just didn't have the star power. And 4, if I'm not mistaken, let's go double check this, but I'm pretty sure for, if not the, 5th time? How many times since our sim started? So we're not going to count this championship because that was the season before, but we're counting this one. So they've been 1, 2, 3 championships in the East. They have controlled the East. They are now here for a 4th time in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons. And on this end, we have a team that will be in the finals for the very first time, no matter the outcome. We will go a little bit slower towards the end, and wow, the Rockets, a stacked super team. Rockets, Stockton, Bias, D-Rob, Roy Tarpley, Wayman Tisdale. They're getting bounced in Game 7 by the Seattle Supersonics. Unreal. Bias 23, 6 and 6. D-Rob 17, 5 and 3. Malone 29 and 11. Petrovic 23 and 5. Pippen 15 and 5. And we have the Supersonics versus 76ers. Real quick, we're going to go ahead and look at playoff leaders. Round 1, the playoff leader was Hakeem, who happened to play the 3 games. He was averaging 36. He was the rebound leader. Leavelle was the assist. Watley the steal. Hakeem the block. Ricky Green the turnovers. And we're not going to go through every stat for each season, but we're going to be close enough. Conference finals, the scoring leader was Magic. Rebounding leader was Moses. Assist was Magic as well. Steals, Stockton. Blocks, D-Rob. Turnovers, Terry Porter. In the conference finals, Dantley led with scoring with 36. No one even cracked 30 after that. Rebounds was Len Bias. Assist was John Stockton. Steals was Stockton. Blocks was David Robinson. And turnovers was Karl Malone. Fouls were Moses Malone. And now we're going to be into the NBA Finals. This is going to be a very long video, and I apologize about that. But some of y'all said y'all wanted these to showcase more stuff. So game 1 here is going to go ahead and go to the 76ers. Moses 28-9. Sam Bowie is injured now. He's a 2-time champion. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and sim this game 2. Scottie Pippen and the Sonics just completely destroyed them this game. Game 3, the 76ers do win. Game 4, the 76ers win. So we potentially are about to see a 5th ring for Moses and Julius Erving as a duo. This is insane. Hopefully the Sonics can fight, as they are going to hold on for this game. Very good, Sonics. Game 6 here. Remember, we're not wanting the 76ers to win. I don't know what this team is, why they are. But, yeah, the Sonics, the game was neck and neck, and the Sonics just decided to take over. So the Sonics have forced a Game 7 at home, nonetheless, to an up 3-1 Philadelphia 76ers. Can the Sonics complete the comeback and win a ring? We have down by 6 for the 76ers, 4:25 remain. Let's go ahead and jump in. We've seen what the 76ers can do in this sim. We've seen what the Sonics can do. But who is going to come out on top and be the 1989 NBA champions? Oh boy, we are in for a treat. Ah, man. Roosevelt Chapman throws it into Aubrey Sherrod. Great pass. Somehow gets over Julius Erving and number 25 there. As Butch Carter is on the field right now. Julius Erving, wide open midi. He's going to hit it. Down by 6 still. I don't know who's on the court, so I don't know who's all, out, like, in terms of fouls. But we got Drazen, Michael Cage, got Aubrey Sherrod, Romay, Roosevelt Chapman out on the Sonic side. As Roosevelt's got 3 seconds, has to take a contested midi, and he's going to miss. Devin Durant pulls it down. What is this? Kenny Anderson, Butch Carter, Devin Durant, Julius Erving, another midi. It's good. I got to see what the 76ers got going on. So, Moses Malone fouled out. LaSalle Thompson fouled out. That's cool and all. Wow. The 76ers really don't have much going for them, actually, in terms of skill, other than Julius Erving and Moses. And Moses is gone, so it's going to be very interesting. Down by 5, Aubrey Sherrod to Roosevelt Chapman, back to Petrovic. 10 seconds remain on the clock. Michael Cage gives it back out. Screen for Roosevelt. Roosevelt to Michael Cage. Michael Cage wide open. He's going to miss. Romay with the rebound and the putback, giving the lead up to 7. Okay. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I think we're going to see the Seattle Supersonics win a ring. We might. We generally just might. Although I will say, Julius Erving has looked unstoppable at like the age of 38. He is the only reason the 76ers are still in here. As that was a terrible shot as Russell Cross pulls the board. Here's Jay Humphries on the court now. He's going to go ahead, drive on Drazen. And I'm guessing a 3-second call just got called. I'm guessing, yeah, they look all mad. 3-second call, I believe. Or some type of off the play foul just occurred. So, Julius Erving is going to go ahead and drive on Pippen. Yeah, Erving layup, Pippen heavily contested. And yeah, that's the problem you're having when you have Julius Erving as the only person that can do something for you. Maurice Cheeks does get a board. Jay Humphries wide open midi. He's going to hit. Down by 2. Minute 26 remaining. The 76ers, show your fighting spirit, or y'all going to get your 5th ring. As Scottie Pippen turns the ball over because of a senseless behind the back. Julius Erving is going to drive behind the back again. Spin move. Erving layup with the left hand. It's good, and it's tied. We are tied. Minute 5 remain on the clock. Julius Erving is single-handedly just doing the work. Scottie Pippen drives, layup over Julius, off Erving, rebound, up to Maurice Cheeks. Maurice Cheeks up to Humphries. Humphries layup, good. The 76ers have the lead. What am I watching? There's no way the 76ers just get to win again. Please, Seattle. Please. Seattle, do something. Y'all have the better team. I think Carmelo fouled out a while ago. They still have Drazen. They still have Scottie Pippen, as Drazen's going to go take the layup over Maurice Cheeks. He's going to hit it. Tie game yet again. Philadelphia now calls a timeout. Please, Seattle, win. We can't have Moses Malone getting 5 rings. He's going to be like, guys, Moses has 4 rings right now. The 76ers have been dominant for years. I don't understand. Almost gets a steal via that Maurice Cheeks mid-range off Michael Cage. Pulls down the board. Gonna give it up to Drazen. Drazen is gonna give it to Scottie Pippen. He's gonna take it to Roosevelt. They're gonna hold it a little bit. Pippen again, back to Petrovic. Tie game still 3-2-1. Petrovic takes the shot off. Rebound. Irving. You got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Maurice Cheeks for 3 to win. It's off, and we're gonna go into overtime. We're in overtime in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Game 7. Wow. We are in one. This CPU, the defense, Maurice Cheeks taking the shot. Tim Perry gives it to Irving. Irving shot over Pippen. It's off. Michael Cage pulls the board yet again. Drazen Petrovic here. Gonna give it up to Roosevelt. Back to Petrovic. Just pump fakes. Back to Pippen. I'm assuming another back to Roosevelt. Yep. Let me guess. Screen and then kick to Drazen. Nope. Roosevelt's going to take the midi. He's going to miss. Michael Cage rebound. Puts it back. Seattle up by 2. Took about 40 seconds off the clock. Jay Humphries going to receive a screen. Wide open midi. Shoots. Misses. Russell Cross. Rebound. Misses the layup. And Michael Cage cleans it up yet again. Drazen Petrovic had ball. Back to Pippen. It seems they run through the first 3 a lot more. Cliff Livingston, back to Petrovic. Yep, back to Pippen. I'm assuming back to Rex or Roosevelt, who's going to take a contested midi over Maurice Cheeks. He does miss that. Jay Humphries, wide open drive, passes it to Irving. Irving takes the layup floater, misses. Jay Humphries does grab the ball back. Maurice Cheeks going to drive, well defended. Throws it up to Jay Humphries. 11 seconds remain. Julius Erving back with the ball. Please, Julius. I mean, I'm conflicted. Layup, left hand off. Tim Perry gets the board again from Russell Cross, and they're going to tie it back up. But I'm a bit conflicted. I don't know if I want the 76ers to get a 5th ring or if I want the Sonics to win. Like, it's only ever, the only East team to win so far is 76ers, which it just makes sense. But the only West teams to win are just random West teams. I have no idea how to feel about this. Wow. As Pippen is going to go to the line now. Got a shooting foul. He does hit the first. 2:48 remain. And yeah, y'all, this video is going to be like an hour and 40 minutes long. I'm so sorry, but I think it's worth it. I think. I would like to believe it's worth it. As Russell Cross takes the layup over Michael Cage, he is going to tie it up real quick. Good pass, Jay Humphries. Drazen Petrovic to Roosevelt. They're going to give it to Scottie Pippen more than likely, or Roosevelt's going to shoot. Yep, there's Pippen, back to Petrovic. Petrovic, back to Pippen. Almost gets a steal from Julius. Leaves Roosevelt wide open from the 3. And that's going to be a 3-point lead. Their 76ers are reaching and doubling way too much. So, sadly, down by 3. Somehow Pippen does get a foul there. Kind of looked weird. Kind of looked like his hand just went through the guy, but hey, who am I to judge? Jay Humphreys is gonna have the ball far out here. Julius Erving on Scotty, down by 3, still 8 seconds. 7, 6, layup over Pippen, off Pippen, board. And yeah, that's why you can't do that. Drazen, 3, Pippen pass, it's off. Tim Perry pulls down the board. Maurice Cheeks gonna dribble up the court. And the 76ers core, they're very old. Russell Cross, layup, gets fouled by, who is that? Cannot tell who that foul or who that is off of rip. I'll be real, just cannot tell, as Russell Cross completely bricks the first free throw. Yeah, no shocker there. Yeah, just no shocker. And second one is off as well. So yeah, minute 19 left. Sonics pass to Petrovic. Petrovic shot again, off. Julius Erving this time with the board. And no Moses is going to really matter. Julius Erving tried to take the shot, thought about it, decided not to. Screen received. Russell Cross, Maurice Cheeks trying to drive in on Roosevelt. Not an opening for 3-2. Heavily contested 3. Maurice Cheeks, you're not that guy. You're literally throwing the 76ers chance. Pippen is going to hold it. Petrovic still up by 3. The Sonics are. 35 seconds remain. Roosevelt Chapman, they run just the same plays. Drazen over him again. Russell Cross does pull down the board. They need a 3 and or a 2 quick and tie. Layup over Maurice with Maurice Cheeks. It's going to be off, and I believe with that, we're going to see them foul the Sonics one more time, and we're basically going to see the Seattle Supersonics beat, realistically, probably the end of an era for the 76ers. 4 rings in 6 years is pretty good. 5 finals appearances in 7 years. Or my bad, it's going to be 4 rings in 7 years, 5 finals appearances in 7 years. So, the 76ers, I think y'all did y'all's thing, but I think it's time we crown a new champion. It's gonna be the Seattle Supersonics, unless the 76ers find a little bit more fight in them to shoot threes. Julius Erving gonna take a layup over Pippen. He does hit it, 3-point game, but the Sonics have just straight better shooters out there. I mean, we're fouling Drazen Petrovic, sending him to the line. You don't want to be sending an actual shooter to the line. The Sonics did their job. They rebuilt well. Karl Malone, Scottie Pippen, Drazen Petrovic. The 3 core was enough to win the NBA Finals. I know I'm kind of preemptively saying it, but realistically, with having no 3-point shooter on their team and no actual good shot creator other than a 39-year-old Julius Erving, or 38. Yeah, Maurice Cheeks takes this 3 yet again. Maurice Cheeks is honestly the downfall of the 76ers. He has made so many terrible plays throughout the series that it's like, and just this game 7 alone, Maurice Cheeks sold the 76ers, man. Wow. So we're going to watch the 76ers lose. Maurice Cheeks is going to take that shot again, miss, and the Seattle Supersonics came back from being down 3-1 to win the NBA championship. We got Michael Cage, Fennis Dembo, Drazen Petrovic, Scottie Pippen, Karl Malone, Aubrey Sherrod, Roosevelt Chapman. Wow. And here's the dap up line. Oh, man. 76ers so close yet again, but weren't able to complete. Wow. The Sonics. Oh, yeah. And who is the finals MVP? It is going to be Karl Malone winning a finals MVP, getting a finals victory, something he was not able to do in real life, as history is altered yet even more. The Seattle Supersonics are your NBA champions. Karl Malone 21-8-6, 1-1. What a showing. What a team. What a great built team. Fernando Ramey, Cliff Livingston, Thurl Bailey, Rick Carlisle, like Todd Mitchell, Fred Coe. These players are going down as NBA champions. All one-time champions. Drazen. Scotty has won all-team rookie. Is this Scotty's first season? I think this is Scotty's first season. No, this is his second season. This is Karl Malone's fourth. Michael Cage's sixth after he left Boston his first season in Seattle, and he's going to win it all. Wow. Unreal. So player retirements. We're going to see... damn. That drove Julius Erving into retirement and Kareem. These Sonics did their job. So here's where I was mentioning a little something. So I was thinking about doing that graphic. So if I was to do the graphic, right, it would consist of something like this. So, of course, Kareem scored / played differently throughout his career here. So in terms, it would look like this. So we would go to his points totals, since he already had points scored. So he has 39,482. If I do this graphic, it would feature all of these, like his real life stats or in-game stats. And then it's going to feature any reward he ever got. So if the reward was in real life but prior to the year, he would still have it. Other than that, like he would have it all, but we might do something like that. But we are going to see Kareem retire. We are going to see Julius. Maurice Lucas is retiring. Bobby Jones, Greg Ballard, and then all of these guys are in fact real. This is Jabari Parker, his father. But yeah, all these guys are indeed real life players that happen to be retiring right now. As you can see, quite a lot of people, mainly just random free agents, but we are going to go ahead and pass that. Hall of Fame, Kareem and Julius Erving. Kareem with 6 MVPs, 18 All-Stars, 3-time champ, 1-time Finals MVP, couple selections to All-NBA and defensive. By a couple, I mean 13 apiece. Rookie of the Year once. Julius Erving, 2-time defensive, 7-time All-NBA, 4-time champ, 12-time All-Star. Both legends. And we're going to see their jerseys retire. And yeah, so Kareem has 33 and Julius Erving has number 6. Now, another thing I wanted to talk to y'all about was I can unretire jerseys. So, would y'all want to see a bunch of jerseys get unretired and only let the legends of those franchises now get retired? Or what should we do? Because, like, technically Kareem's 33 is now in the rafters, right? But we could remove it and someone else could wear 33 for their career. So, like, should we do something similar to that? Let me know. But yeah. So, historic changes, we will be adding the Orlando Magic. And we will be adding the Minnesota Timberwolves. As far as that goes, we are going to change some things around. So, let's see. we will do all-star captains already in this league. We will do, let's see, I gotta make sure I gotta put reduced wage scale, award, yes, and award, yes. So we're going to be putting in all-star captains, reducing rookie wage scale. All league teams and defensive teams will have 2 guards, a forward, and a center. And then we will be adding 2 new teams. So, yeah. The Heat being in the West is officially over. Technically, the Hornets, though, are in the West still. But, yeah. So pretty big draft lottery. Bunch of 11.1s, of course, 1 through 9. So pick number 11 is going to go to the Atlanta Hawks. This will be their first lottery selection ever. We're looking out for the Atlanta Magic's first pick, as the Clippers have moved into the top 3 with the Blazers falling to 10. Pick number 9 is going to go to the Pistons. Pick number 8 is probably going to be the Celtics. They have terrible luck. And yeah, it's going to be the Celtics with the 8th pick. They can never catch a break. Miami Heat are going to stay at 7. Pick number 6 is going to go to the San Antonio Spurs. And then that means I think pick 5 and 4 are Wolves and Magic guaranteed. So yeah, pick 5 is the Timberwolves. Pick 4 is the Magic, and this is like a guaranteed thing. They have to. And then, so now 3 could be Clippers right now, or they could move up even more. Mind you, this is a team with Jordan, and the Nets just got the 3rd pick, and the team with Michael Jordan is picking 1 or 2. They're going to be picking 2, meaning the first pick is going to the Nuggets, I believe, right? Denver Nuggets, yeah. So the first pick is going to go to the Denver Nuggets here. Pacers got 12, and yeah, that's basically it. Nothing to really do there. We're going to go through the expansion protect players. Make sure each team is protecting the right players. / like they're not letting just anyone just walk just because. But for the most part, they're probably going to be good. Okay, so Rex Chapman is getting let go here. We're going to let it happen. We're just going to let it all happen, sure. Expansion draft, the first pick, Bill Cartwright is going to be a Timberwolf. Eddie Lee Wilkins, a Magic. Yami is over there. So interesting. We don't have a lot of good players. Tito Horford goes. So funny enough, they didn't even select him. All right. Well, the first pick in the 89 draft, the Denver Nuggets are going to be selecting Sherman Douglas. Oh, are we okay. All right. So Sherman Douglas, I mean, maybe he had like a crazy thing. Los Angeles Clippers, they're gonna get Tim Hardaway. Wow. 3rd pick, the Nets are going to select Glenn Rice. That is a phenomenal pickup. And the 4th pick, the first pick in Magic history, they're going to select Nick Anderson, which, funny enough, is this not what they did in real life? The 5th pick, first pick in Minnesota Timberwolves history, they're going to select Dana Barros. That's an L on their part. Spurs are up next. They're going to select Dino Raja. The Heat at 7 are going to select Purvis Ellison. Now, Boston, listen to me and listen to me carefully. Pooh Richardson's good here. Vlade Divac, Sean Elliott, Sean Kemp. Please, Boston. They select with the 8th pick. They're trading the 8th pick. Okay. They're trading it straight up for Michael Thompson. And then they draft. Oh my God, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Sean Elliott goes 9 to the Pistons. 10, we got Pooh Richardson. 11, Sean Kemp to the Hawks. 12, the Pacers are going to be trading their pick to the Nets for a 91 first and the 12th overall pick for Otis Birdsong and Michael Ray Richardson, where the Nets are going to select Cliff Robinson. The Cavaliers are going to also be trading pick 13 to the Clippers for a top 5 protected 90 first round pick and a 91 protected or a 91 second round pick. And the Clippers are going to select J.R. Reed. Pick 14 is going to be Mookie Blaylock. 15 for the Bucks is going to be Thomas Jordan. 16, Danny Ferry to the Knicks. 17, Stacey King to the Bulls. 18, Torgeir Brin to the Lakers. 19 is Blue Edwards. And 20 is Michael Ansley. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get out. So Sherman Douglas went number 1 in this draft. That's crazy. They gave up Vlade Divac, man. And yeah, Tagore Brin just went as a 66 overall. Scooter Berry here, Doug West, Todd Litchie, Chris Childs, Chucky Brown, Paul Graham, BJ Armstrong. Notable second round picks. Let's see if there's anyone of, actual noticeable. I mean, I guess technically like Jaren Jackson Sr.'s okay. That's really it. Yeah, that's really it. But crazy. We had a few 66s drafted. So I'm gonna go through. I'm not gonna sign certain players. Like Jeff Martin should not be signed whatsoever. Golden State Warriors, you don't need Steve Bucknall. Y'all are not gonna sign him. They probably don't need Paul Graham, but we're gonna let them keep their first round picks. That is a crazy amount of money, but hey, Scooter Berry, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, Bulls, you're not signing him. Terry DeHeer not getting signed, Byron Irvin not getting signed. Clippers will let you sign them because they're first round picks. Kenny Payne's not getting signed. Scott Hafner's not getting signed. Jeff Sanders ain't getting signed. Randy White's not getting signed. Kenny Battle not getting signed. Dyron Nix, Reggie Cross, Howard Wright. Yep, and then Fernando. And yeah, we'll keep Cliff. They got Glenn Rice, Cliff, and Vlade. Phew. Jay Edwards, no. Chucky Brown, no. Nuggets. Actually, should I keep Chucky Brown? Nah. Jeff Morton or John Morton, no. Doug Roth, no. Jaren Jackson, sorry, but no. Mike Morris, no. Anthony Cook, no. Michael Smith, no. So yeah. That way it lets us have a bit more leniency for free agency for players to actually sign. I don't want to see that. I just want to skim a little bit. All right, so Arvydas Sabonis went back to the Mavericks. Karl Malone back to the Sonics. Oakley, he has a legend badge, it's crazy, back to the Pistons. Mullen back to the Kings. Dumars, he has left Chicago to go play with the Bucks. Interesting. Detlef Schrempf left Blazers, to go play in LA. Michael Adams left Phoenix to go play with the Bullets. Ooh, the Bulls are getting a great point guard, actually. George Gervin re-signed with the Spurs. Patrick Ewing re-signed with the Knicks. Terry Porter left the... Oh, so they basically just did like a mini sign-and trade. They lost Terry Porter, gained Michael Adams. I don't know. I mean, same draft, but I guess... Oh my god, my bad. My ceiling's leaking, yo. Alright, so Dennis Rodman went to the Denver Nuggets. Cliff Robinson back to the Cavs. Sidney Moncrief left Milwaukee and is joining the Nuggets. Artis Gilmore has actually left the Celtics to go back to the Bulls. Guess he's about to retire there. But that's really it. In terms of players, yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, we're getting ready to be done here. We're gonna go ahead and put in the next draft class, being 1990, and we're gonna be moving on to the next episode. This is going to be a very long episode. If I had to think, I'm pretty sure this is like at least almost 2 hour long video, if not a little bit longer. But I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. It's been your boy Trilly, and hopefully y'all enjoyed these, and I'm gonna see y'all later. And they got Mark Price, Michael Thompson. I mean, this team's trash, but hey, I guess they signed Wayman Tisdale, and yeah, this team's trash, but all right. But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in the next one for episode 7, I believe. And yeah, peace out, y'all.
You did drop it, sound like Rick and Morty. Show me what you got. Ayy, big chefing in the kitchen, cooking up the rock.